Wow, welcome, one and all, to the, I think is the 11th randomizer weekly aim to our race. I am joined here today by Link. Hello, Link.
Hello. Hey, Mr. Legend.
And we will be today. For this weekly, we will be going back to our standard preset. So this is the regular, just beginner-friendly settings.
And to clarify, do you have a question since this is the first one? First of the week is not coming. Mains are
Sorry?
required for supers and power bombs, right?
Yes.
All right.
Only for supers and power bombs. You start off with a regular missile launcher and also with a charge beam and morph ball and power grip.
All right.
So basically, you start out with like what you would start out with in the vanilla game, except you also have charge beam.
Charge. All right.
So we will be seeing. We have Word Sayer here on the left and Gala on the right. Two pretty good runners. Although I do believe Gala has been been around for a bit longer, and so they're a little bit better at the game. But it's all about we're all here just about showcasing the game. Showing Randovania, seeing all the cool stuff that you can do.
Yep. Looks like we'll be starting here very soon. And it's Surface Case A Station start.
Yeah, this is the standard start for this preset. We always start here.
All right.
And of course, as is always, the
first Metroid, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it is always pretty much the first order of action on the preset. You always want to see what the Surface Alpha has, just to see if they have anything important, and if they don't, you can just warp back to the start.
Yep.
And if they do have something important, like say screw attack or bombs, it would be very bad if you just skipped it.
Oh yeah. 100%.
So energy tank, not that important. So like, ideally, if you were good, you wouldn't need like that many E-tanks whatsoever. But of course, they're good for safety, and if you ever end up going to the Queen without any suits.
Yeah.
So it depends on how comfortable the runners are with the amount of health that they have.
Well, even then, if I recall correctly, Zetas and Omegas are out of logic without enough health and/or suits.
I think a number of things are required. The first and foremost would be that you in this preset, supers are logically required for you to go eliminate Zetas and Omegas. And for I think for Omegas you need like a couple more things, like for movement to be able to dodge its attacks, like both progressive jumps. Yeah, preferably a suit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is decent movement by Word Sayer. So yeah, this is Randovania. It is an external randomizer for AM2R, as opposed to like the in-game randomizer that you see in the standard game when you start a save file. It has like way more features. More things can be randomized. Metroids, there can be item checks behind Metroids. There's door randomization. There are hints for where you need to go to find DNAs that you can see the DNA counter in the top right. You need to collect all 10 of those before you can go unlock the final area.
And I'd like to point out something. Gala just did a warp to the other side of the temple.
Oh yes, that is a rather. I think that was a progressive jump there on Spider Ball, if I saw correctly. Anyway, yeah, that is what we call zipping. So it's a bit of an exploit of the engine, I think has something to do with the way wall jumps work in this game. And if you use them in some way next to a door transition, you can just teleport to the other side.
Just a bit of an exploit.
Oh yes.
Yep, progressive jump there. And PBs and armory morphed on them.
Yeah, so the high jump is definitely very good here. Very helpful for movement in general.
Oh yeah.
But I don't think we've seen much other than progressive jump. So yeah, we're just going straight back to the start.
Yep. Probably gonna head over to Area 2 now, or as I tend to call it, my area name's Hydro Station.
Correct. Area 2 or Hydro Station.
Every check except for Arachnus would be in logic. No, never mind. No, that there are some logical checks that require bombs there. Never mind.
Yeah, it's A2 is definitely definitely an area where there are lots of checks, but there are a lot of them are behind bombs. So it does become an issue if you go into here without bombs and you don't find bombs. So we'll see what the entrance alpha here has. Just missiles.
Got the 3 alphas in the back, as well as the gamma and the breeding grounds in logic.
So high jump definitely helps with getting around these enemies here, as it can be kind of risky if you don't have a lot of pickups.
Yep.
So yeah, just powerbomb drop. So that technique that Gala is going for there, it is not. It's a rather advanced technique, you know, morph gliding over and over. So it's not something that's logically required by the randomizer preset settings that we have on. Mace? Yeah, go ahead.
That's the thing I'd like to point out for those who might just be joining for the first time and haven't seen AM2R gameplay before. Until the fight starts, the hitbox for those Metroids are smaller than what they have here. So you'll see missiles just fly through them before the fight starts.
Yeah, you have to aim for very specifically the belly. Oh, nice. Cool. That's quite a zip. I have not seen that one before from Gala.
Locked super. So yeah, breeding grounds is gonna be the play.
With this much health and high jump, yes, it's definitely doable.
Well, they've done every other check they can here in Hydro except for breeding grounds, so.
So without bombs, the only things that you can do here are the 4 Metroids in this area.
Yep. Without bombs, without speed, or without screw. So if you had speed booster, you get 2 extra checks. It gets, well, no, because you still need
and power bombs as well for that one check behind power bomb blocks.
Yep, but you can still get the check in this ceiling there.
The hints very important. Hideout Omega.
Omega Alpha Squad. Okay.
Classic. Well, there's always something in Alpha Squad.
Yep. Oh, in Alpha, that's North had their spider. Alright.
Very nice setup by Ghana. And a DNA, very nice. So, So yeah, I was contemplating that maybe one of the runners could have like checked the entrance to A2 Alpha, and then maybe gone back to check Spike Maze and the other item. Sorry.
Got another DNA.
Yeah. Three DNAs here.
3 DNAs and Hydro breeding grounds. Okay.
That's a rather stacked breeding grounds.
Anyways, you were talking about going over to Spike Maze.
Yeah, Spike Maze and the other item at Sentry Cavern. So like at the end, basically the entrance to Area 3. So you can bank on those two items being something really good since they are always available from the start of the game.
There's also the item East Side Tower at the very bottom.
Yeah, but that one is certainly more of a gamble because without like speed and without other things, it takes quite a while to get there.
Right. Not just that, but it's also without any suits, with those enemies down there dealing about 50 health per hit, it's risky as well.
So, without bombs, without any kind of bombs, God is choosing to go back to A1. I think perhaps opting to check the item at the ceiling. Because you can't you can't check what's above Guardian because you don't have any kind of bombs.
Yeah. I'm assuming getting the Guardian fight out of the way.
Right. So Wordsayer about to even up on the DNA count.
Oh wait, they have Firewall. They can check the item at the very top of Golden Temple.
Yes. Yeah. Correct.
Side, and then the other Alpha. That's why they're back.
Nice zip. Just knee tank. So I think the other option besides going to A1 here would be to do those two checks that I was talking about in A3, you know, Spike Maze. And and also what you said, that one tower item. So we will shortly see what Wordsayer decides to opt for.
Yeah. There's also the gamma that they could fight the tower up. So that's their spring ball. It's great
Interesting.
It's great for 2 checks. Granted, one of the checks will never be in logic due to settings. That's part 4. Transport tricks not being at advanced, but that is gonna be like an expansion or something.
Yeah, absolutely. Springball does enable quite a few really cool movement things that you can do with the Speed Booster.
Oh yeah. There's also the ballpark for dribble drive item.
Yep.
Unless one of these versions knows the speedball tech for that one.
It's quite interesting to see that we're beyond the 12-minute mark and we have not yet seen any kind of bombs.
No bombs, no beams.
Not going to check Spike Maze, I see. Oh yeah, peek the item here, just power bombs, yeah. Nice.
And then going back up to Spike Maze. That spring ball does make. Oh nope, never mind. Research.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense. There are 3 free checks here, pretty much.
Yep.
And also a hint, which is very valuable. Sorry.
Yep. As we both here also play AM2 or Rando, we both know how annoying it is to go to research without those PVs to access GFS Thoth.
And there they
it has
are.
a bomb. I mean, it could be in a worse spot. DNA.
Okay, it looks like
This one's rough.
yeah, Words is going for a similar route. This is interesting. I mean, I would have gone the Spike Maze and the other item after that first. Okay.
Yeah.
Since if you're not prepared for the two alphas here at research site, it can be a little bit troublesome.
Yep. What if you're if you have fusion mode enabled, it's a bit more difficult to do with low health.
Oh, fairly nice. Oh, okay, wow. Screw attack right there.
Nice screw. That opens up just about every location now.
And a fairly nice setup by Words to take down the two alphas as well.
Yep. That was a super missile drop. Left side exterior for industrial. Chorizo is holding a super expansion. Trying to wall jump through those spikes.
While more supers are always definitely helpful, it's not worth the time loss to do that boss fight.
No. Honestly, the only time you fight those bosses, whether it be Chorizo, Arachnus, Ceres especially, is if they are actually holding something that would be more help than not.
Absolutely.
In fact, I would argue the places that you don't want to see helpful items or important items would be those boss fights.
Correct. Well, I mean, Arachnus wouldn't be so bad as long as you have power bombs.
Right. Unless Arachnus ends up being your power bomb launcher.
Oh,
which
yeah.
Which all those checks now are in logic that they missed out on at Hydro. No, the wave beam check. The check that's in the pipes next to wave beam. The 5 checks next to high jump as well as high jump itself. Got Vario. We're going to never see the return to Hydro.
The two runners not that far from each other at this stage.
Not unlocked super.
Get to see what's that speed booster. Drops. Really cool. Yeah, just save warp if we didn't get anything useful.
No. I'm going to check the phaser item.
Wow.
There's another drop.
So it turns out that at E3 at this stage is kind of barren, but we do have a screw attack, thankfully, so we are able to swiftly get to another area and check the items there.
Looks like they might be going for it. No, never mind. I was gonna say, it looks like they're going to go for Alpha Squad, but Probably not.
I mean, it makes sense at this stage. I mean, if you have Screw Attack and if you have this many E-Tanks and missiles, it should be fine.
Exterior is Zeta Nest West, and we already knew about the breeding ground south and Nest South. Hydro.
Oh, let's keep an eye on what we get here from Alpha Squad, besides the 1 or 2 DNAs I think we saw hinted. Power bomb launcher.
There's DNA. Nope. Something in the missile tank. And a big alpha drop. Alright, so Alpha Squad had power bombs as well. Okay.
It's definitely a good pickup to get.
Yeah.
Right, so, yes, so a difference, there's a little bit of a difference in this preset compared to the presets that we were running, I think, a week or 2 weeks ago, I think 2 weeks ago, is that before we had a couple of soft lock prevention settings turned on. Now for these presets, we have them turned off. So that means the long and short of it is that for items such as for items such as Gravity Suit and Screw Attack and Ice Beam, you need those respective items to be able to get out of those checks. So, for example, Gala is coming here to see if there's Gravity Suit, and if there's no Gravity Suit, then he has to save warp back. Since without gravity, you cannot get out of this area.
Yeah.
Same goes for Screw Attack Chamber. You need Screw Attack to get out. And same goes for Ice Beam Chamber. Oh, unfortunate. And I think the one other difference is that there are the crumble blocks at the where Plasma Beam is on the side of the tower. Those are back. So if you, oh dear, be careful words.
If you go to peak, Plasma Beam and you drop down, you have to fight.
Oh, he's good. Okay, phew. Where's Maida? He's good. He's all right. But if you want to check those items in the tower, where Plasma Beam is and the other item behind that is, you need to
find Tester then.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. If you want to keep those items, you have to fight Tester to be able to get out. So definitely start going to the breeding grounds to get the hints. And after this, you could also check Guardian storage chamber.
Yeah, I've got that Fireball and bombs, so...
Gala hasn't been to tower yet, has he?
No.
Okay, so yeah, we got to see a bit of divergence here. Ooh, a DNA.
No.
So without super missiles, you can only do two checks here at the power plant.
Yep. Not even sure if the shooting the super right underneath through the blocks, blast radius will hit the block and destroy it. Would be considered illogic with the trick settings or not.
Yes, correct. Because that method of getting the item is considered, I think, like knowledge intermediate or something like that. which is something that isn't required in these settings.
No, it's everything on beginner, I believe.
Correct. Did you see what the item was behind those powerbomb blocks there on?
It was a PB expansion.
Oh, okay.
Is it your PB expansion?
Ooh.
Pretty sure it was PB expansion.
Progressive suit at Guardian storage. Oh boy.
Ooh.
Wait, where did Gala get various suit?
Unless that's various suit palette. So there's some color changes on Gala's side. No, it's marked as gravity suit. What?
Yeah, look at the tracker. Yeah, that's a gravity icon right there. We must have just completely missed it. Oh.
Yeah, what on earth is going on?
Yeah, so a little bit of input buffer trickery that Gala was doing there to be able to, to be able to grab the ledges of those crumble blocks and jump in time before they crumble away.
Oh, Mario was in the second Metroid Temple Breeding Grounds,
Oh, okay.
according to chat. Thank you, chat.
Yeah, but
Choosing
choosing
needs B booster to do the rest of distribution, anyways.
so yeah, a bit of a rough decision to choose to go for the Zeta here right away. We know that it has a DNA, but Words at this point does not have supers nor even space jump. So it's a little bit risky to, first of all, to get to the Zeta, and secondly, to be able to kill it efficiently.
Yep. And Gala going for their ice beam. No, this is Gamma here. Oh, Lord.
Industrial. So speed or supers may be required.
Yeah.
Oof. Gonna take quite a few hits here.
Yeah.
He'll be fine. He has screw attack.
Oh, but that's safety save refill. Can't blame the guy. Powerbomb tank and then powerbomb drop.
Oh yeah, for sure. Let's see.
That's our second progressive jump up there. Gala now has space.
And Gala can now start going faster.
Nothing behind high jump. Granted, always good to pick up the missile tanks until you find your super launcher. We're just picking up his base as well. So the only required beam that is distribution, right?
Sorry?
Or industrial. Was Ice Beam industrial?
The ice beam hint said industrial complex, yes.
Alright.
So I'm reckoning that since we've been to industrial complex and we did not see ice beam anywhere, speed or supers may be required to finish the game.
Well, I'd rather check there if it's not speed booster locked in it. Then the only other checks there would require either supers at super.
Correct. Yeah.
Launcher,
I'm Breeding Grounds 3, which
Right,
would
the Breeding
require
Grounds.
either speed booster or supers to get into.
Right. Or it could be deep industrial, which
Yes.
would require
Also required speed.
one or both.
Did Words go to check his ice beam hint?
I don't
He
think so.
may be going towards that right now. Yeah. Yeah, off he goes.
Not yet. Gonna go check Vargas suit. Check. Which we both know is just a PB expansion.
Yeah. So if you were watching Gala there, you go into the side there, and there are crumble blocks there, and they reform right after you fall through them. So yeah, if this is nothing, you have to save warp back.
Yeah, it was nothing.
Yeah, so this is somewhat interesting because I think at this stage, I think it's for Gala it's a race to find either supers or speed booster first, because if you know that Ice Beam is an industrial, and you've already checked some things there, and you know supers and speed open up some checks there. I wonder if you choose to go back to industrial immediately after finding one, or if you find both, to really make sure that you have the whole area open to you.
We're just going to pick up his depth sense. Can't really blame him for doing that.
Yes. So, yes, correct. Aside from health refills, there are also power bomb drops, super missile drops,
And missile drops.
and missile drops. Correct. And the rest, there are more like leftover slots after that, and the rest are just nothing items.
Once they're going to the depths alpha, maybe check the item behind the Omega.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Speed booster upgrades in this preset as well. Correct. Correct. Just refills. They do not give you extra maximum tanks. They're just the same as like enemy drops. They give like a preset amount of health.
Yep. And it was nothing on the depths alpha.
Where it's going for the. At least he has the movement to be able to get around the Omega. But like doing the Omega without supers is a bit rough.
Yeah, he's probably going to try to get around the Omega first, unless he's actually trying, fighting it. Oh, he's gonna be fighting it.
He's gambling.
Yeah, doing those back shots off, which deal extra damage.
He's doing pretty well though. Like actually, wow, ouch.
But when one hit kills 2.5 energy tanks, yeah.
Oh, he's got that like lining up yourself vertically with that is kind of rough, and he's doing it consistently.
Oh yeah.
With the back shot, I mean.
Oh, I know.
So for a DNA, okay, fair enough, fair enough.
Well, we had that hinted already.
Oh yeah, that's right. But wave beam, huh? Well, wave beam does help in the case that we end up not finding plasma beam.
Yeah.
And if we also find Spazer for the queen fight. But otherwise, wave beam.
If you're east for distribution.
But otherwise, wave beam does very little in terms of damage output.
Yeah. It's just, I mean, it's a little better than power beam, but it's still, there's better out there still.
Yeah. Like I think we're really starting to reach for some of these checks here. We're really grasping for that that speed booster.
Well, there's the high jump trial, which I don't know if they've done yet. I know Gala checked Fireball trial. He's the bottom item. Not sure if he checked the top
No,
item.
he checked both items. It wasn't anything.
Okay. Well, there's still the high jump trial, I believe.
Oh, so I think word's coming up on his first progressive suit here.
There's no point to dip out after anyway, so gotta get both suits likely.
Very nice. Oh, we're gonna see another zip here from Gala. Yep, there you go. And another one. Or he tried to go for it, but he couldn't get it. The seed has been peculiar so far. It took us quite a while to. I think it took like beyond the 15-minute mark to get our first bombs. And
Yep.
like ever since then, we've just been on the hunt. Like we know that Ice Beam is an industrial, but we're really hurting for either speed booster or supers to be able to open up checks in industrial. And there they are. There they
Supers
are.
on dual gamma.
Oh, that is that's quite silly. But yeah, there you go. Super missile launcher on the Super Gamma Bros.
Dual gamma. I have to say that's a horrible spot for it.
Words now has both of his suits.
Because I believe that check was technically in logic as soon as they got their screw attack. Depending on if that underwater movement.
Well, I think technically it would be in logic right after you're able to check Guardian storage. Which I don't think you would need screw attack for, because you could choose to go back to A1 with bombs. And then get that, and then come down here and get your second suit, and then go to A5. But yeah, screw attack definitely makes things go much easier, smoother.
Well, I'm saying as soon as they got their screw attack itself.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because screw attack gave them access to distribution, anyways. And if the underwater suitless movement is considered in logic, they could have gotten their supers as soon as they got their screw attack.
So Yeah, it makes sense to as soon as you get supers, you just go straight to Breeding Grounds 3 to get the Metroid checks there and to get the item hint. The Wisdom Septog hint. Oh, okay, and we get Ice Beam right away. That's really cool. That's really awesome.
Right.
Yeah, so that means that Gala will just beeline for the hint. Maybe catch a couple Metroids on the way there.
DNA. Got 3 DNA left. On Gala's side.
Distribution Center Zeta. I think the other one we've killed already. I didn't quite catch that.
I didn't either. Chat probably did though.
Oh, I didn't see the depths hint when Wordsayer went to get it.
Yeah, I wasn't really paying attention to that either. Shit.
Yeah, but if the depths hint didn't have the 2 remaining hints, it's likely that.
Wait. It was a joke hint. It was a joke hint. So
okay.
That was a joke.
It may be entirely possible that the 2 remaining Metroids are already hinted, and we forgot about them. But I'm sure the runners are paying attention.
High jump trial was just E-tank. So they have breeding grounds, they have mining facility. Basically everything in logic now, except for the speed booster checks. Even then, speed isn't required to beat the final boss.
Nicely done by Gala. Well, now we'll get to see if he knows where the 2 remaining DNAs are, or if he's going to go for a hint. Oh, that's right. The Zeta here that Wordsayer died to. Was there a Gamma here in Tower that was required as well? Oh, I don't recall. Very nicely done. Just 1 remaining. So with the items that Gala currently has, he could. It is possible to defeat the Queen, but it's a little bit. A few extra things are required if you do not have enough beams. In that you. And if you don't have enough ammo as well, is that you need to do use bombs and use charged bombs. To damage the Queen, and some way to avoid not getting hit by the blobs that she spits out. But Gala is a... Yeah, absolutely. Gala is a fairly experienced runner, and the man's been has not only grinded Plasmaless Queen, but has also recently on the Discord posted a spreadsheet for the optimal amount of missiles for missile tanks that you need to get the Queen to a certain health amount. So pretty cool stuff.
Right, the one that Gala is missing is the Depths Omega.
There was a DNA on the Depths Omega.
Yeah, uh,
Okay.
right after the Depths Alpha. The one that we saw Wordsayer beat without suits and supers.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. Yeah, so they were
Yeah,
always hinted all along. That's right.
yep. I think we might see Wordsayer finally grab supers here very soon.
Go save first. Yes, yes, yes. Good, good. Then go check. Yes, very nice.
Well, we know super or screw attack kind of anything.
Screw attack didn't have anything at all, which is why I mentioned saving first so that you can save warp back. Yeah, so with super missiles, this fight will go quite a lot quicker.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't mentioned earlier, but if you do not have supers, the amount of missiles required to kill an Omega are okay. Wow, he. Well, I mean, I guess it's
Ignore the
true
wave
that.
beam.
Yeah, I guess it's true that Wave Beam does pretty much nothing at this point if Gal is already going for, for Plasmaless Queen. But still, it's funny to just to see Wave Beam and then just be like, nah, I don't need it, and then you just walk away or roll away.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry. Omega's 11 regular missiles to the back, or I think it was, or 2 supers and 1 regular missile to the back.
Yeah, but if you don't get any back shots, I believe I've counted it before. It's like 7 supers to the stomach.
Right. Yeah, that sounds about right. I wasn't sure about that.
And Zetas take about 5 supers, 5 to 6 supers to the stomach. Believe it or not. The things you end up paying attention to whenever you're doing randomizers, let me tell you.
Yeah, so Gala, obviously in the clear to just finish the game entirely. And on pretty good time, too.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be... It's gonna feel not very nice to kill this Zeta with regular missiles, and then go check the dual gammas to see that you could have done that first to get supers.
Right. We could have done that first to get supers. Could have done the dual cameras first before you fought that Omega for the DNA, anyways.
Yeah, quite a few things. But you know, man, it is what it is. This happens in Randovania.
Oh yeah. I was thinking he was going to go check dual gamma before he went to fight that state anyway, so.
Yeah, there come the charged bombs. Yeah, so the reason I believe the reason that you want to do this here in particular is that you would like to be able to save ammunition so that you can end the fight towards the end much quicker.
Yeah, the first phase and then the one right before the last phase, I believe, takes the most ammo. So two between those takes significantly less.
And yeah, you don't want that last phase to last very long, because it can be kind of tricky. But of course,
The last
Gala
phase
will
before,
most likely be fine.
yeah, the last phase before the queen tries to swallow you. Anyways, that phase can just be done with one of you. But these two phases, the second and third phase, doesn't take that much ammunition. Significantly less. Um, if you have near 100% item pickup, I would say takes about.
Oof. I
In
think
terms of supers, I believe it's 12 to 15 supers for the first and fourth phase.
nice, just the right amount of ammo.
Yep.
So now I believe the two DNAs that Words here has left, I think, are the Zeta, the West Zeta in Tower, and I don't recall which other one.
West Data and the and the breeding grounds, industrial breeding grounds.
Right. Oh, that's right. Now that you have, now that we have supers, correct? Oh, very nice, baby Metroid. Thank you.
Oh yeah, the baby Metroid. I've had it happen where the baby Metroid got stuck circling one of those crystals, and I had to either walk away from it or do a
Yeah.
complete room transition for it to
Yeah.
stop acting up. And I was like, this is annoying. The fact that this can happen because it was in a constant loop. It wasn't getting any closer for some reason because it couldn't think straight. Like, oh, I need to stop moving and then go towards it. Nope, I'm just gonna circle it.
Yeah, it can get very, very silly. The RNG with the baby.
Yeah.
But
When that happens, when something like that happens with the baby, it makes you kind of wish that you could freeze the baby right then and there.
so definitely keep our eyes peeled to see where Speed Booster was in the end, and maybe
5111.
Phaser and Plasma too. Sorry.
At 5111. Not bad.
GG's to Gala, very nice.
Yep. Yeah, where was Phaser Plasma and let's see. Industrial Complex, Breeding Grounds, Gamma, West North.
That's the one behind the Alpha, I think. That's kind of
Power
funny.
Inner Zeta and
And
Depth Double Air Omega Northwest.
of course, it had to be Plasma B
Plasma was
behind an Omega.
Yeah, I've seen that happen many times before. Never get to see that. Now all Wordslayer has left is the tower Zeta DNA.
So I'm not sure.
We can't get Gala in here.
Yeah. I was just thinking about that. I wonder if he'll be able to jump in, or if he would like to jump in.
Yeah, it's completely optional.
But like, my goodness. To have supers be where they were, and have Speed Booster locked behind supers, that is kind of silly.
It is a little annoying because that speed booster really speeds things up.
Mia P, what did you do?
Especially if you're able to chain the shiny sparks everywhere. Let me tell you, there's some flashy movement options once you get that speed booster. If you have to know how to chain them.
For
Oh,
sure, for
and it
sure.
looks like Gala got the best ending screen.
Oh no. Oh.
This last DNA. What's there? We should be finishing here in about 5.
Welcome. Hello, GG's Gala.
Hi.
GG's. Yeah, seeing that B-Booster was locked behind Supers, and then Plasma being on an Omega. Yeah.
Yeah, how are we feeling about that chase for looking for either speed booster or supers?
I mean, the seed really wants you to stay away from dual gammas by giving you everything you don't need.
Yeah.
But yeah, actually, this is a Jet 1. Just get your supers and you're basically in go mode really fast. But the seed really don't want you to go to dual gammas.
But I mean, I think if I recall correctly, you got both suits like as soon as you went back to A1 with power bombs and with a screw attack. So you got the first progressive suit, I think, at like so they were both at Guardian Storage and one at the second alpha in BG1.
But yes, power bomb was not useful.
Right.
Spider ball not useful. So yeah.
Yeah, but again, in these beginner settings, Spider Ball, I think, maybe for like logically picking up some items because the settings are beginner.
That's why when I got Spider Ball, I went back to A1 to check the Metroid, the alpha,
And the ceiling, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and school was that the way to A3, if I remember correctly.
What was that?
The way to Industrial Complex, if I remember well. Maybe the one next to the Explorer.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but it looks like Wordsayer is doing pretty well with these bombs. It shows that he's been practicing it. So he'll definitely be fine at this queen fight. Has maybe quite a few missile tanks than is preferred for a queen, because the more tanks that you pick up, the fight becomes longer because their health increases. You know. I think he should have enough ammo here to be fine. Or he may have to do a little bit of bombs, a little bit of bombage here and there.
Considering he just missed 3 missiles.
Nice. Just enough. So, as we are closing out here on Wordseer's game, it is worth reminding everyone that you can, if you are interested, in AM2R, in Randovania in general, because there's not just Randovania for AM2R, it also has support for quite a few other games like Dread and Prime 1 and Prime 2. You can...
Cave Story.
Sorry? Yeah, Cave Story. Yeah, yes, correct, yes. You can...
Metroid Fusion is in development as well.
You can definitely check out the Randovania Discord if you would like to find out more.
Mm-hmm.
If you would like to play yourself, even you don't have to race with us. You can just play casually. It's all about just playing for fun.
You can play casually. You can play things called multi-worlds as well.
And what's a multi-world, Link?
Multi-world is a session that's consisted of multiple different worlds where everyone's items are randomized amongst each other's games. So, say Mr. Ledger, me, you, Gala, Wordsayer are doing a multi. My ice beam could be in either one of your games.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's much more collaborative and cooperative in the sense that you pick up items for each other and you assist each other in completing your respective games. GG's to Wordsayer.
GG's 102 finish. All right.
I remember there being another command, another exclamation point command for another thing, another Discord server, but I don't remember what it was. Goodness.
There was...
I think it was like a speed gaming link or command or something. Alas.
It's possible, I'm not 100% sure.
So hopefully we'll soon get to see Words join us here as well. Another thing that would be good to mention is that if you have been keeping track of us here at the Aim to Randomizer Weeklies every Saturday, and you've been growing perhaps bored of the standard preset, we have been switching it up with 2 new presets recently. I believe just last week we were running an alternative preset, which ups the trick requirements and has, I believe, also has a random save start. The second new preset that we've introduced recently is the Variety preset, and we will be running it next week. So if you would like to see every single door in the game that can possibly be randomized, catch us here next week at 6 p.m. Eastern to see, what kind of really funny shenanigans the runners get into when they find that, like, the door to Metroid's the second Metroid's room in laboratory is locked behind, I don't know, turning the tower on or something, or behind Arachnus.
Or Genesis, for example.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, anything can
Genesis
happen.
being the one out of the way boss in the whole game. Let me tell you.
It's it'll be a really good if up to this point you've not seen or you've not played a door randomizer. Next week will be your opportunity to see, just how crazy, things with door randomizers can get.
Yep.
That's like, I think that's the main. There are some like other differences and some other changes, but I think the all door, every door is randomized. Well, not every single door, but all the doors that can logically and like safely be randomized are randomized.
Well, technically, that's every single door in AM2R, if I recall correctly.
I think there are some exceptions, but I'd have to look into it.
That might be something for the dev to explain or not. But I'm pretty certain every single door can be randomized. And
So I wonder. So let me just find it really quick. Nope, these are not descriptions for it. Oh yeah, okay. So in Variety, the tricks are brought back down to beginner, so they're the same as the standard preset. Missile launcher and power grip are shuffled, which means you don't start off with those items. And so it can be kind of funny because starting without power grip makes some movement things that are normally trivial in AM2R. It makes it require a little bit more trickery and a little bit more wall jumps and mid-air morphs to be able to get around.
Oh yeah, and the tunnels that you thought you could just vault into, if you don't have power grip, you can't do it. Let me tell you, it's when you're so used to it, being able to just run up to the tunnel and then vault into it. Without power grip, you begin to rethink your life decisions. Let me tell you.
Yeah, exactly. You can no longer climb into morph tunnels. You need to have either like spring ball or bombs or spider ball.
Yeah. As someone who recently did a multi-world without power grip, I can attest. Board advice, don't. It was bad.
Another difference is that the screw attack blocks that normally block off the warp pipes to allow access to all the areas they are missing entirely. So it enables earlier usage of the pipes to get around the different areas. So right off the bat, from starting a game, like a bunch of locations are available. So it can become much trickier to figure out what the logic is trying to tell you or to guide you towards.
Might have to do one of those seeds solo myself just to see how bad it can be.
Oh yes. Oh. Welcome, GG's Good Games
Hello.
Words.
Thank you. GG's together.
GG.
GG's for your words.
Well, how are we feeling about getting bombs this late and then finding out that Ice Beam is an industrial and then that you
Yeah.
need supers and speed?
I actually felt okay about the bombs. That to me wasn't too bad. Because the rest of the progression felt pretty natural up to that point. I think the one thing I felt like I did very poorly was like spending so much time in tower and then finding space jump in area 2, because I had a moment where I'm like, okay, I could do a lot in tower, which would be like a lot of Metroids and things, which would be slow and possibly out of logic, or I could go to area 2 where there's a bunch of quick checks. And I stayed in tower I think longer than I should have and got nothing for it, and then I saw the progressive jump and I'm like, okay, I feel like I lost a lot of time here. Where was Speed Booster, by the way?
In Breeding Grounds 3, the Gamma, the North Gamma Nest.
So the supers were required then. Okay.
Yes,
So I feel
Speed
fine about that
Booster-
routing then.
Yeah, Speed Booster was behind supers indeed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I saw both progressive suits in Golden Temple, and at that point I was just like, okay, it's probably sending me to distribution center. I just wanted to check a bunch of like the on the way checks in main caves on the way, and like that lost me a little bit of time, but I would have felt bad skipping those because they could have also been something important kind of thing. I don't know. There were a couple times where I was in the middle of main caves and I'm just like, okay, I know where I need to go, but what's the fastest way? Because I could go into Complex to get distribution there, or I could go to Area 2 to try to get to distribution, or I could go straight down to Tower. It was just like a handful of different routes, and I was just like awkwardly in the middle. I'm like, wait, where do I go?
Yeah.
But yeah, the late supers was surprising, but I mean, I feel like I routed that okay, considering where it was.
Yeah, things can definitely get kind of anxious when you realize that Ice Beam is in some certain area, and then it becomes just a race to find like one of two things to be able to
Yeah.
complete the rest of those checks.
Yeah, because it was either going to be Breeding Grounds, which required supers or speed, or it was going to be the actual factory, which would have required speed.
Like lower factory, yeah.
Yeah.
Speed and technically supers for the super missile check.
Yeah.
Right. But you could at least peek it and confirm that it's not, kind of thing. But yeah.
So yeah, well played. I think even Glitzy himself commented on that you were doing pretty clean on quite a few of the Metroid fights, and it can also be definitely seen that you've been practicing that plasmaless queen charge bombs.
Oh,
so
yeah.
that's good to see.
That it seems like that's all I get anymore. I feel like I never get plasma in a race or in a randomizer anymore.
Yeah,
Well, hey, at least now you're always prepared.
Yep. I think the one thing I could work on is my Zetas, especially in tower with the terrain differences. I'm not quite good at reacting to which move they're doing yet. Because like I can tell there is a flow chart to be used. I'm just not good at reacting quick enough to do it.
Right. So if everything's said what they wanted to say, if everything's said their piece,
Yep.
I believe we'd be good to close things out here. So thank you
right.
for watching our AM2R Randomizer weekly race.
There's something I need to add.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Don't forget, if you guys want, drop a follow for our racers here. Drop a follow
Yes, that's
the
what I was
commentators.
forgetting. Thank you very much.
for join the Discords.
I think it's
We would
R, isn't
love
it?
to see you there.
Yeah, there they are.
Exclamation mark R for the racers. I believe also the comms are also included in that.
I don't. Is that just exclamation C? Let's see.
Exclamation marks should be
Yeah, there you go.
commentators. There's also a command for the Discord links as well.
There you go.
So
There's
people
everything. Go
Randovania,
crazy.
yeah.
Go crazy. Everything you want to find
All
out
right.
is all in there.
We'd love
So-
to see you guys in there.
So if we're all good now,
That's that. We'll see you next mission.
yes.
Jeez,
Don't
everybody.
forget to catch us next week at 6 p.m. Eastern for the new variety preset door randomizer. It's gonna be really cool. It's gonna be really awesome. Really funky things are gonna happen. Okay, thank you very much. See you next mission.